Going forward in Season 8, things are about to get harder. At least that's what those incels who sit behind their computer tell us. Well, here's a couple of tips and tricks to help you out. First and foremost, concentrate on level, starting at normal level to get yourself to level 60. Forget about everything else at first. Normal level is going to be what you want to do first. Just be simple, be straightforward. My advice would be to pick a necromancer with his minions. This will give you an awful lot of ease at first, and everything can be adjusted later on if there are necro builds that you want to follow. But it's going to be at least 2 weeks before any build starts to appear. In the meantime, at normal level, you can do a few things to gain whispers from the tree. These whispers can be used to help you gear up. Gear seems to be something they say will become more and more unlikely to get easily. So try and do a few things and get a bit of gear so that you make a useful character that you can at least enjoy. As a casual gamer, you may only have a couple of hours a day, maybe even less than that, but just concentrate on doing the things that you need to do. Gain a little bit of renown, get your points up, have a look at some skills and try some different things out. Useful things can be to gain any kind of golem mastery, skeletal mage mastery or skeletal warrior mastery that you can find attached to gear. Do the simple things at first. Decide on an ultimate skill or whether you even want to use an ultimate skill. Get the cooldown on those skills to the point where you can use them pretty much all the time, but forget about everything else. Ignore the things that you can't do at normal levels until you reach Torment. Forget about what they expect you to do and do what makes your character fun to play, enjoyable. Learn how to get the most out of him. There will be builds, there will be guides, but these are simple tips and tricks to get you through the early stages. Forget about what they want you to do. Forget about what Blizzard are forcing you into. There will be seasonal benefits to doing certain things. Do what makes your character stronger. He doesn't have to be hitting trillions of damage. It's unlikely, given the way the developers are constantly working with the small grinding specialists, that it's going to be easy to do what I did in this season. I'm on the pit leaderboard. I'm on the pit leaderboard with a necromancer who did 140 pit, with a druid who did 125 pit, and with a barbarian who's done 130 pit. I built my builds. Gain gold. Try to find ways of building up and learning about masterworking and learning about how to make your gear better. There are lots of guides to do this, but you don't have to at first. You can have very, very simple, straightforward gear that you chop and change. Don't waste your time. Don't waste your resources. Resources can be very hard to come by. So at first, simply go out into the world and do things that make your character better and easier to control. If you do get to the point where you're at level 60 and start to earn some Paragon points, and you can get your resistances and your armor maxed to the point where you can go into places like Torment 1, okay, Try them out. Try a Tier 1 Infernal Hordes. Try a Torment 1 boss. If you die, go to a blacksmith and repair your gear, but don't waste a lot of time. If you find that too difficult, simply drop back down. To go into Tier 1, it seems like you're going to have to clear at least Pit 20. For some people, that's going to be hard this season. If you want to play, play. Don't be put off by the people who are telling you that a casual gamer doesn't even belong here. It's a game. I played and finished many games in my life. Half-Life and Half-Life 2, and I wasn't an expert in these games. I ground away for a couple of hours here and a couple of hours there until I got through the story and did what I was going to do. I aren't a great gamer. The fact that I've succeeded in doing certain things are a mix of guile and just common sense thought. Eventually, you'll see builds start to appear. YouTube is a great place to find builds by people who are not like those purists behind their keyboards. These people are trying to stop you from enjoying yourself. But these people work very hard to put builds together, and they usually have a series of builds. Some of them with very average normal gear, some of them with mythic uniques and specialist uniques and greater affix uniques that you could possibly not imagine to find. But you will eventually be able to build something of a career in Season 8. Don't panic. You don't have to be anything but a normal game player to get at least something out of this. As you can see on screen, this is one of my characters dealing with a pit at Tier 4, an Infernal Hordes pit. It's possible to go about without even having to use a health potion. It's possible to learn what you need to do. I'm not going to tell you exactly what to do because everybody plays differently. But as I said, I often start with a Necromancer because a Necromancer has minions, and minions can do some of the work for you, so that you don't have to die, they do. If you get the right uniques, and you might get a basic unique, like a Ring of Mendelin, this can help you with your minions. But remember, everything can change. All of your points can be refunded. You can start again with the same character and become a totally different Necromancer who sacrifices all his minions for other powers. You can start to build at Tier 1 to getting whispered caches that will allow you to store them and then quickly level another character to 60 without having to go through all of the nonsense that you've had to do the first time. This is one of the quickest ways of leveling a new character. Get Whisper Tree caches, store them, and then move forward by opening them up with your new character. You'll suddenly find you're jumping to level 20 or level 30 in literally seconds, often with some gear to start building that character up. Don't give in. If you want to be a casual gamer, you don't have to get onto pit leaderboards. You don't have to defeat every Uber boss. You can just play the game. Don't let them grind you down. There are always going to be those people who say, well, this person doesn't even deserve to be here, and we've all had that in our lives. Just enjoy the game for yourself. And if you then start to gain some success or gear, then of course you move forward. You start looking at the builds with slightly higher pit pushing. You start to find out that a new item has appeared or that something has been fixed that will make it a bit easier for you to do the important and difficult things in the future. But my most important tip to you is don't listen to everything you're told. If Season 8 is overly hard, believe me, I'll be the first person to come on here and tell you, no, they need to fix things. They've got it wrong. In the meantime, when Season 8 begins, start, relax, and just enjoy the game for what it is. Just enjoy what you're doing. Please like, share and subscribe.